Could somebody pop into the Super Commoner Twitch and just double check that the sound is working?
I got you. Give me just a second.
Someone's trying to sell me wings at the moment.
So normal.
Yeah, I got sound. Ooh,
Okay.
that was weird. Don't ever do that.
There's so
Alrighty.
many of him.
Okay, guys. So, we've got the whole crew in for a session. Welcome back. It's awesome. And if you were going to pick a session for everybody to be here, I'd say this was it. Depending on the choices you guys make in the next half an hour or so. Alright. Last time, you guys were at Akiri's home. You met her parents, who were overjoyed to see one of their children still alive, and did not want to let go of her. You met and received an heirloom from a dwarf called Fanog Ledforge, who is sick with the pink chill and was seeking a cure at the Aarakocran enclave of the Skyweavers. You received a great many gifts from Oos, the leader of the Skyweavers, the Elder. You have many strange objects, curios, about which you know only a little, now in your possession. And you took your leave from the Skyweavers and headed south, bidding farewell to one Kalda, a rogue that had traveled with you for a short time and fought with you. She left you with a few new questions that lack answers. But now you are making your way once more through the Wildlands, in the wilderness. And as you travel, you're noticing two feathered, winged figures up above, through the tree canopy, keeping watch, most likely, over their daughter, Akiri. Not quite ready to let her go, even with the magical elixir that she drank to keep her safe. So, what would you guys like to do? Whoever wants to volunteer and jump in to suggest or pitch a skill with which you might travel safely through the Wildlands. Remember, you will get back a hit die and some other benefit based upon the skill you chose. That reminds me. One thing that also happened is Bref woke up very far away from the nest, and without his clothes, all banged up, and met a strange man who pointed him back in your direction after exchanging a few words. You guys found Bref had knocked a hole through the floor and left some blood behind. And there was a strange moon last night. A moon out of its proper phase, according to your resident druid. Am I missing anything else? So, you spent the night chasing after Bref, and so you have not regained your hit points. You have not regained any hit dice. You have not regained most of your resources that were spent in battle the previous day.
We didn't fight the previous day.
You were at
Yeah.
home the previous day.
Yeah, I was pretty all right anyway.
Well, whatever you
and
spent
then
last
I
night.
tired out.
Well, whatever you spent last night, you have not regained. And some of you might still have exhaustion levels. I'm not sure.
So, how many days has it been since the battle?
This is the
2 days.
second day.
Thank you.
Before we start making survival checks and rolling for things, I'm going to pull Mavra aside. Mavra!
Yes.
I noticed that sometimes when we're fighting, the bad guys are far away, but you need to hit them. So I want you to have these, and I give her my boots.
So Bref squats down and begins pulling the boots off his feet.
Thank you, Bref.
You're welcome.
Mavra, you would need to attune to those, as well as to the strange green metal axe you just received. The strange boots with the wind pattern on them, I believe. The swallows. Once you've done that, exchanged boots, you guys are getting a bit of a late start this day. What would you like to do?
So it's a late start. So, like, what time is it?
It's almost noon.
Ah.
But it only takes me like half a day to get there anyways, so we should be alright.
The Aarakocran figures that seem to be following you are clearly outlined in the sunny sky.
Yeah, and we should probably deal with those.
Yeah, we need to deal with that for sure before we do anything else.
You're only about an hour's walk away from the nest.
I mean, do we really not want them to follow us?
I mean,
I
it seems like they could be led into danger that we might not want them. If they really are going to follow her this far, they may just walk wherever she goes.
yeah.
And besides, I feel like because whatever's going on here, they want frilled Aarakocra, right? I feel like we should probably have as few there as possible.
Okay, do you think it might be worth something? Okay, they're so concerned. There's this prophecy. Let's talk to them about it.
But they've never really believed in the prophecy, though. Like, I've only heard it mentioned a couple times, but very rarely by them. They've never seemed to put much.
They sure do seem concerned. I mean, okay, so they've lost 2 kids recently. Okay. Okay. All right. You're gonna need to tell them to stay behind, Akiri.
I know.
We'll help you. We'll
Thank
be
you.
right behind you.
Thank you so much. I don't know if they're gonna listen to me.
Well, you need to try.
All right.
sorry. I want to walk up to Akiri and touch her shoulder and cast Enhance Ability and cast Eagle Splendor on her. Which gives you advantage on charisma checks.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I want to. I think there's something I can do too. Let me double check.
Well, I was planning on bringing them back down here so we
Well-
can all talk.
That's fine. Okay.
That's an hour, just so people.
Nice. Alright, so Kiri is gonna hand off Straki's reins to someone, whoever's closest.
The giant
and then-
spider is hungry. Clicks its mandibles at...
And she's gonna pat her real quick. I
Whoever
know,
is
I'm
near.
sorry. And then she's gonna take off to go find her parent.
I'll take Siraki since I can speak orc.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You flap up through the familiar trees of the Whispering Wood and find, to no surprise, your mother, Menonai, and Akiramid, your father. What does surprise you is that one figure you had not seen before is Sicker, also flying along. The two of them, seeing you fly up toward them, allow you to approach, and circling around you, your mother smiles at you and says, "You walk upon the ground to be with your friends."
Well, not all the time. Sometimes I'll fly ahead. But, I
To
have a
ride
giant
your spider, then.
Yeah. I've got to keep her in line. Can we come talk real quick on, at least in the trees, by my friends, real quick?
Very well, says Akiramid. And the two of them spiral downward. Sicker lands on a tree top nearby, without saying anything.
I'm totally fine if he comes. That would be sick.
Sicker.
So she's gonna go back and land in the same tree as her parents, or like lower in the branches so that like everyone on the ground can hear this conversation.
When they land, you take a good look at them. Your parents are weighed down with larger packs than you've ever seen them carry. Big old knapsacks bulging with foodstuffs and what looks like rocks. Probably each at about the limit of what they can carry.
Okay.
They both land heavily. And look out over the group.
I'm gonna nod pleasantly at both of them.
Hi
Smile.
again!
Hello, says Akiramid, pointing his beak at you.
It's cool that you can fly. I can't. But Akiri can, and she's really cool.
Thanks, Braff.
She is very cool, says her mother, combing her curled feathers.
So you guys planning on going somewhere or something? What's with all that?
Menonai says, "We're going to find Shadir."
Okay. Right.
Can I ask, what do you two do for a living? Like, just what do you do as a job?
They look at each other and back at you. I don't see how that's relevant, says Akira Bead.
Well,
We live, as you saw, in the Enclave, in our little settlement. We gather food. Prepare the nest in the winter as best we can. Everyone helps out.
well, that's good. And I'm sure the thing is, this is what we do. We're equipped in ways that, I don't know, unless there's something that we don't know about you, which that's very possible.
Menonai hoists her pack and kind of walks heavily up to you. With that awkward kind of walk that Eric hookers have on the ground. And she stares up into your eyes. She says, "Young man, I am no warrior, and neither is my husband. It seems Akiri has some talents that way, but she will be the first in our family to be such. But I will tell you what I am. A mother. And since you are here, and you are professionals, you give us a chance to find both our children. And we will take that chance and stop at nothing to bring Shadir home. Our daughter Akiri, we will watch over as well. Do you understand?"
I do. And I'm just gonna step back.
Akiramid says, "It's not as though we'll be completely useless. We've got rocks." And he pulls one out of a side pouch in his pack. Turns it over in his talons. We'll just swoop in, drop rocks, and swoop out. And Jwerk will keep us safe. He looks at his daughter.
Well, let's call that Plan A.
Mom, Dad, you do understand that this is probably going to be underground, right? Or at the very least, very, very enclosed.
They look uncomfortable. "You don't know that for certain," says Menonai.
Yeah, but we have a pretty good guess. We've done stuff like this before.
Yeah, this is going to be in probably confined quarters,
I think we
probably
spent,
underground.
3 days underground last time?
At least.
Maybe there's room for a compromise here. I understand entirely that you don't want to let your daughter out of your sight. Of course you don't. You just got her back. But she's very worried for your safety. That's almost all she's been talking about since you've been following us, is how she's concerned that since you're not professional warriors and battles are dangerous, that something will happen to her family as well. maybe you could accompany us to make sure that we get there safely and to be there to welcome, hopefully, both your daughter and your son back. But it would probably be best if maybe you stayed back during the actual fighting, just for your safety and Akiri's peace of mind.
Menonai says, Akiri, you don't have to worry about us. We're coming to find Shadir.
But that's why I am worried about you guys, because Shadir's already been gone. What if I lose you guys too?
What if we lose you? Again.
You won't. I mean...
She has that magic potion, remember?
That's true.
I remember.
Right?
They look at each other. It hasn't been tested. And besides, we're coming to help find Shadir. We're not just coming to watch over our daughter, although that is a perfectly good reason.
No, it is a perfectly good reason. I'm not saying that you even shouldn't help us find him. I'm just saying when the actual fighting is happening, it would just feel better if you stayed a little bit back. And once it's over, then I would be more than happy for you to be there with us to find your son and be some of the first faces that he sees after his ordeal.
Well, it seems that we have an agreement then.
Thank you. I think that this will make it a lot better for everybody.
Akiri,
Great.
you're so young. But one day you will understand that there is no way we could stay back, and that the whole clan would come if they could.
That would actually be better than just two of you, to be honest.
Okay, let's move on and just keep going and no more talking.
Specifically from Equitas.
Well, there are other children to keep safe back at home. Speaking of which, says Sicker from above, swoops down and lands, his longbow tapping the forest floor. I must return. There have been sightings around the Enclave.
Sightings of what?
These burning earthen folk. They'll set the whole forest ablaze if we're not careful.
There have been sightings of them recently, more recent than, like, since we saw them a couple of days ago.
I saw signs this morning.
Great.
Near our camp. Near our settlement.
Great.
The nest must be protected. And so I return.
Be careful.
Here.
You be careful as well. He spreads his golden eagle wings and swoops off. Well, are we walking then? Says Menonai.
You guys can fly, but like, I have a very large spider to keep track of.
Yes. Are you sure that thing is safe?
Yes.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
And it's a charisma check.
As you try to lie to your mother.
That's right, that's actually a straight roll.
Thank you. It's an 18.
Well, all right then. And the two of them spread their wings. We'll keep watch from above. And
Thank you.
drop rocks on anything that isn't a giant spider. Then they leave. Them keeping watch will give you guys one automatic check mark.
Heck yes. I was really hoping we would get Secure, though. He would be helpful.
Well, my parents are all right, but I really wanted the other guy.
Listen, if it comes to a fight, I trust him more than them.
Ooh.
We're watching Akiri grow up before our eyes.
She's rubbing her temples a little bit.
So, you set off through the Whispering Wood. What are you going to do about Srakik, the giant forest spider, who is trying to eat everybody?
I think what I'm gonna do is do the same thing I did last time we were traveling, and go up in front of everyone a ways, so she isn't like in the middle of the pack and there aren't quote-unquote tasty things that look right in front of her the whole time.
You leave the main body of the group and go out in front, riding the giant spider as it, with its enormous hairy legs, crawling along a kind of path through the Whispering Wood, with the bare branches in the winter rattling together.
And if there's like any deer or if there's anything, if there happens to be anything that like runs across the path that looks like she could eat it.
Your parents drop a rock on it.
I was gonna say I'm gonna let her go after it, but okay.
Being ridden in such a fashion, Srakik is pretty noticeable.
Understandable.
And the group as a whole is not necessarily quiet. There's not a lot of forest creatures who are waiting to get eaten by the giant spider.
Fair.
But if you wanted to try and feed her as you go, you could certainly try.
I would like to try that.
Alright, that's going to be a survival roll.
That's fine. You want me to roll survival for it?
That's what I said.
23.
23.
Yeah, Kiri has a +7 to survival. She's fine.
So at one point, there's a sound like... and a deer has had its head crushed by a falling stone tossed by a Kiramid. Your two parents are proud of themselves, but then horrified as you turn Srakik and allow her to devour the deer whole.
Kiri pats her between the eyes when she's done and says, "Good job." And then turns around and goes,
sucking out its innards with her fangs as the rest of the party moves on for a bit. All right. How are you guys going to be traveling safely? What are you going to do
Can
as you
I
head south?
hang back by Akiri and the giant spider? Can I try and teach Akiri some orcish words in order to control the spider a little bit better?
Can Akiri like actually hoist her up into the back as well? So we're both riding the spider?
You can, but it will slow her down.
Okay.
And you were trying
Then
to be
we'll
in
just
front. Do you guys... You could certainly teach her some orcish words as you walk. I don't think that's a roll.
I just figured since it would help her control the spider better, it would help us travel better.
It might.
So he doesn't try to eat us.
Unfortunately, you don't really know which words the spider is going to respond to. As you are not trained, you are not proficient in spider training.
I have a feeling we'd just be like throwing words out the entire time, just like random orc words until one stuck.
Alright. Is that what you're trying to do?
Sure! Isn't that how most animal training goes anyways?
Okay.
You gotta start somewhere.
Going at a normal pace?
Probably.
We'll try and stay
Alright.
inside of the group.
Yes, this is going to be loud. So go ahead and make an intelligence check as you start yelling orcish words at the gigantic forest spider that you are riding. And see what it responds to. What words do you try?
Stop. Slow. Hurry. Don't eat that.
Akira's gonna suggest attack, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, yes. Oh, well. Well, we should probably try that one. We don't know. Probably not while we have friends around.
You
That's a
regain...
better idea.
If you have any expended hit dice, you regain 1 hit die. Additionally, Krim, you find that there are some words the spider responds to. You recall the orc prisoner that you had shouting the orcish equivalent of "whoa" at it, which was some guttural word in orcish. But it, like a horse, there are different commands than the normal English words. But you figure out the equivalent of "whoa" and "mush," or "giddy up."
Okay, so you see, you gotta go from the throat. And you have your stomach behind it, and you just gotta, like, it's like you're hawking a loogie. You just gotta go for it.
Okay, I got this. And then she does. She tries. And she,
You yell, "Gotcha!" And the spider skids to a stop.
Good job.
yay! Alright. So we got that one done. It was Gershai, right?
Close enough. And, good claw! It's like giddy up. And it lurches forward, the enormous hairy legs propelling it through the whispering wood.
It was what? Gershai? Sorry, I had this funny mental picture, and then it made me lose the word. You know, I'm gonna copy these and put them into my character sheet. 1 second.
Alright, so That will certainly help you guys travel a little bit better in some ways. But it is also rather loud in others. Worthy of note. However, I gave you a check mark. Who else is going to volunteer to try and help you guys travel safely through the wilderness?
I'm going to have some recollections of my time in the forest, walking back to the nest. Use my survival check to help people avoid prickly bushes and pokey sticks.
Okay. You were just going to try and find the easiest path.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 21.
Congratulations. That is a success. Could I?
Finally traveled well.
It has
It's about
been.
time.
It has been challenging lately. Go ahead and roll a D57 for me.
$14.
Okay. You guys, you get a hit die back if you have any expended hit dice. In addition, you got a 14?
Correct.
In addition, you see a road. You come to a road up ahead. A kind of a crossroads. This road crosses your path, running from east to west. As you get close, Akiri's parents swoop down, and Akiri says, "Careful. There's something looks amiss on the road up ahead." As you approach, you notice that there is something on the road. It looks like an overturned wagon and some bodies.
Can we make a perception check?
I think someone's hurt up there.
It could be a trick, Bref. Let's be careful.
Normally, Haley, you would say, "I want to look for something," or "I want to look around, just see if I notice anything." And then I would say, and then I would call for a perception check. I don't really know, if you say, it doesn't really work the other way. Because if you say, I want to roll a perception check, I don't know what that means.
I see any footsteps leading away from the carriage.
Make a perception check.
Natural 20! Woo, girl!
Wow. Well, you take in the scene at a glance as you guys come out of the forest. A natural 20. You get a lot of information. Because I hadn't even described the scene yet. There's an overturned wagon. It's smoking. But that is not the largest source of smoke you see. Far to the south, now that you're at a break in the trees where this road runs through the Whispering Wood, you could see this column of thick, dark smoke twisting its way up into the sky, some miles further south. Visible against the twilight sky. Nearer, on the actual road, right in front of you, you take in everything at a glance and you see, painted on the side of the wagon, and also also sewn into the robes of one of the bodies, is a symbol of Zhuurk, the chalice in a ring.
Hey, what kind of bodies are they?
There are 4 human and dwarven soldiers. They're armored and armed, but their weapons are broken, their armor dented and burned. One of them is literally skewered on a stone that has come up from the ground. A stalagmite in the middle of the road. There is one tiefling dressed in robes covered in the embroidered with the sigil of Zhuurk. The tiefling is next to the horse, still tied to the wagon, which lies dead in a big pool of blood. And so the tiefling is soaked as well. It's kind of leaned up against the horse.
I want to walk up to the tiefling and look
Let me
closer.
just finish describing.
Oh, I thought you were. I apologize.
There are also 3 figures in what looks like to Krim's natural 20 pilgrim's robes. You can see feathers. These are Aarakocra. Each of them has a kind of pumice stone or some kind of other rock that looks partially melted onto them and stuck to them. And they are each of the three is in a small crater.
Are Akiri's parents with us now?
They are. They have landed and are taking in the scene, and
Yeah, we need to get them away.
each of them are kind of gripping the other.
Is there any holy site to Shawork up here? Do you know Akiri or Akiri's parents?
There's one not that far away. It's about a day to the like.
The Whisper Sanctuary, says Menonai.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out directions in my head. And northwest. It's to the northwest.
And young man, I've seen worse. She looks at Equitas.
I'm not worried necessarily about you seeing anything. It's something seeing you.
She says, if you want to be helpful, check that none of those three are Shadir.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go look, but I'm gonna start with the tiefling.
Okay.
Akiri's gonna
Your
go.
mom does not like Equitas at all.
No.
I'm trying so hard.
I know, you're actually doing better than usual.
You haven't threatened to kill her or anything. I don't know what's going on. Akiri's gonna go.
Akira, you know your mom well enough that she's warming to Equitas.
She's as she passes him, she's gonna pat him on the shoulder and be like, "Just keep going. I believe in you." And she's gonna go check on the 3 Aarakocra, because this is hauntingly familiar.
It is indeed. Let's talk about them first. They are each in a small crater, pockmarked on the road, somewhat destroying the stones, as though the rocks that are partially melted onto them, which look a little familiar, carried a weight far greater than their size would suggest. You pull back the hoods. There is none of them have curled feathers. None of them are frilled. It's grisly. You don't think you recognize any of their faces, but you're not quite sure. One of them is a pigeon folk. The two others are both barn owl Aarakocras. As you pull back their hoods, you can see they carried these kind of beaded bracelets, similar to the one you now wear on your wrist. They may have been, considering the direction, they were likely headed for the Whisper Sanctuary. Make an intelligence check.
Oh boy. $16.
You're almost positive there were 2 barn owl Aarakocra among the pilgrims in your dream. You do not see the female peacock Aarakocra. That
Kiri's
turned
I'm gonna ask Akiri if she recognizes them.
Akiri's gonna freeze up a little bit, and as she realizes, I've seen these in a dream. And then when Equitas speaks, she's gonna start a little bit and go, yeah, no, maybe, kind of, I don't know. A while ago, I had a dream from Jewerk about, and then she looks at this. But there were.
You saw this?
Yeah, not this, not them dying, thank goodness. But I saw this caravan, and there were there was another one. There was another Aarakocra or two, or maybe more, but I know there was at least one more, and it was it was she was a peacock, beautiful, so pretty. She looked like she might have been a high priestess or something. And
When you had the dream, was it just these pilgrims that you saw? Were they with the rest of these people?
I don't remember. I just remember the peacock.
Oh, okay.
I remember the Aarakocra, but the
Sure.
peacock I remember for sure.
Okay. How long ago did you have the dream?
Crap, I don't remember.
Okay. If it's not important, it's not important. That's fine.
At least a month ago.
Okay.
Akratos, let's assume you went over with Akiri to check the pilgrims first. Your attention is caught by a sound over by the dead horse.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go check out that sound.
Kiri's gonna follow.
Carefully.
You carefully pick your way over the pool of blood that has spread out from the dead beast, which has been ripped apart, you can now see. As if its entire side caved in, as if by a gigantic stone fist.
Fucking earth elementals, man.
Wow. That's...
A cloud of flies buzzes up as you approach. And the tiefling blinks them away from his eyes.
Oh, I'm gonna lean down.
He's gonna run over and
the handle
cast...
of an obsidian dagger protrudes from his chest, as if pinning him to the horse.
Okay, Akiri, can you help?
Yeah. We're gonna need to get that dagger out, though.
Okay. How does this person look? Are they? Can I look at them? I'm gonna look at them and say, "Hey, what's your name?"
Akiri's gonna pump a second level cure wounds into them. Actually, first I'm gonna take the dagger out, or and then
Make a medicine check.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, make a medicine check.
21.
There's bad magic afoot with this dagger. You hesitate to pull it out.
Okay.
You put the spell on?
I'm gonna try it, yeah.
Maybe start with a low. Well, I'm not there.
Make a spell attack roll.
So that would be a D20 with my attack bonus, or spell attack bonus.
Yes. So it'll add your wisdom.
Is there any way to do that, like just the attack roll, or?
I think it's a 6, right? So just
Here's a
D20
7.
plus 6.
20 plus 7.
Okay. You got a what? What did you
Dirty
get?
20.
Huh?
A dirty 20.
Okay. A dirty 20. I like that better than unnatural. You get a dirty 20. Okay. The spell only has a partial effect. The crust on his lips melts away. His eyes are able to blink open, clear. The wound in his chest is unmoved. And he looks up into both of your faces, or whoever else is there.
Hey, friend. What's your name?
He peers at you. He has a kind of a greenish tint to his skin. And actually 4 horns, short horns, along his scalp.
Side note, that's the coolest tiefling concept ever.
He looks down as if taking in his situation, and the blood soaking his Zhork-marked robes, which were very fine indeed. And he says, "Lucius!"
Hi, Lucius. This is, my name's Equitus.
Equitus.
Yeah, it's good to meet you.
We had no chance. They were earthen. So powerful. Deadly.
Yeah, we've met them, I think, or some like them.
The soldiers killed in an instant.
An instant? Okay.
So it seemed.
They seem to, leave you... Did they... They have... What's the story with this dagger?
He said... It would leave me to think on the power of the scarred earth.
Ah.
They took all our gold.
Okay.
Kira's gonna lean in. Were you guys headed for the Whisper Sanctuary?
Yes. Yes. I think I have not much time left.
Is there any way to pull that dagger out?
I think it is poisoned. I feel...
Can I cast Lesser Restoration on him?
You can. Make a spell attack.
Dang it, natural 1!
The poison is too far deep in his system. Maybe if you'd gotten it right away. now it would take something far stronger to leech it out of him. He is dying. There is some kind of undeath within him. Some stone. He said...
Can I take a look? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask if I could take a look at it and see if I can ascertain what caused it. You said it's like a...
It's caused by the dagger sticking out of his chest.
But like the nature of the dagger, or is it just the fact
It looks like an obsidian dagger. You weren't here, but Cordy did witness this being used to create an apparently undead creature under someone's control.
Yeah, the next
One of their
step
own
is
people.
this guy turns into a... Oh, I shouldn't say the word to you, should I? Can you say the word?
If it's necromantic, would I have, and would that like mean anything to me? Like, would that ping in my brain as something that I might be familiar with? Like where it came from, or who makes it, or who would use it?
It might. Make an Arcana check.
Eh. 8.
This is something beyond your knowledge. Something very strange and unnatural.
I'm proficient in religion. Now, I'd like to remind everybody that doesn't necessarily mean I have a giant modifier to it, but would I maybe be able to tell something that these arcane yahoos wouldn't?
Give it a shot. You are also an arcane yahoo.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why that double clicked. Oh,
Well,
check
you
that
have
second.
advantage.
Well, on the one that counts, that doesn't matter.
Oh dear.
But that's okay. It's an 11. So.
Okay.
It's better than my natural 1, so...
I mean, this is again like that other time you saw it. It's very powerful, clearly, and very strange.
I have a potion of greater restoration, she said, sort of reluctantly.
Out of character, we should probably save it.
That's what I'm thinking, because, you know, not a PC.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he is a brother, power of the people, but, you know. Sorry, dude.
Dude, you've met a good tiefling.
I can't say that for sure yet, but okay. Okay, I'm gonna lean down and kind of hold his hand and just sort of... I don't know, there's not much I can do.
Kiri's kind of freaking out.
His name was Thraxos.
Thraxos?
Thraxos. He said... He said he was a servant of the Tao.
Servant of what?
The Tao.
Of the Tao.
Does that ring any bells for Kiri?
He said, a lieutenant of the Hollow.
Okay, a lieutenant, the Hollow?
I'm prepping a magic missile just in case this guy, once he dies, he starts attacking.
Yeah, this has potential to not be good in a second, guys. So get ready.
You have to warn the sanctuary.
We will do that. We'll warn them. Is there anything personal that we could do for you?
My only family is work now.
We're gonna figure out what's going on. We're gonna take it. Well, I don't know. I'm sorry.
They are so powerful. His
I'm just
chin
sorta
sinks sort of
there.
chest.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, please, what were you saying?
I was just saying, I'm just sort of there, just trying to be as... I mean, I can't say anything, I can't do anything. But I'm there.
Okay. At least... At least... Alarka got away.
Was she the peacock, Aarakocra?
Kiri's gonna.
Lucius?
He doesn't answer.
Can I make a medicine check on him?
Sure. He's stopped breathing.
He's gone. We have to warn the sanctuary. They don't know what's coming. They don't know what's coming. They have to know. Equitas, we have to do something.
Okay, let's go. Now, we gotta go. We gotta be faster than they are. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Let's go.
We could send my parents. They can fly.
Okay. Okay. Is that putting them in more danger?
I don't think so.
That's putting them where we know these guys are going.
They're rock cultists. They'll stick to the ground. They'll stick to the ground. My parents will just fly. But the sanctuary has to be told. I can't leave you guys, and I can't leave my brother.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna go over and tell everybody what just happened and what he just said, everything with Thraxos, and go into the sanctuary, and we've got to make a decision right now. What we're gonna like we need to have already made this decision.
Where is the sanctuary in relation to where we were?
Opposite direction. It's in tile 1515. For anyone.
Does this mean we would get another crack at that big stone monster?
I think there's gonna be
it.
or one like it. I think there's gonna be plenty of stone monsters.
Then let's go fuck that up.
What tile are we in right now?
1616.
You're crossing over into 1616 from 1615. Hey, Lion Nation. Thanks, bro. 3 month 3-month subscription streak. Thanks for supporting the stream.
We need to find out what's happened to Akiri's brother. We need to make sure he's safe, but there's a lot of people at that sanctuary.
All right. Are Akiri's parents standing there with us, or are they still flying overhead?
No, they are landed with you and kind of taking this all in.
Well, someone needs to go and warn the sanctuary. Someone who can move faster than we can.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, you're right. I think if they'll go, I mean, we're sending him to a place that we know somebody's going to attack.
Right. That's why speed is of the essence, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best idea. I guess I'm going to turn to Akiri's parents and say, listen, things are different now. These people at the sanctuary need to be warned. And you two, right now, are their best hope. You're going to need to go tell them.
Or, alternatively, go back. No, we don't have time. Someone needs to go as fast as possible.
Well, we are fast, says Akira Mead. Mountain says, we can't leave the search for our son and our daughter.
Your daughter will be your representative.
You're not leaving anything. These are the same people who took your son, who've been targeting all the Aarakocra. It's bigger than just your family now.
Maybe one of us should go and one of us should stay.
If you think that's best.
She looks at Akiri.
I'll be safe, Mom, I promise. And go find him. But the Whisper Sanctuary is in so much trouble right now.
I'm going to look at her mother and I'm going to say, we'll get her back safe to you, I promise.
She looks at Akiri. You protect yourself. Don't go down. Don't die. Find your brother. And bring him home.
We will. Thank you, Mom. And she gives her a big hug.
And when she hugs you, she whispers, you did concentrate on home when you drank the elixir, right?
Akiri nods into her.
Good girl. She pats your curly back feathers.
Stay safe.
And as the sun is setting, the two of them take to the air and turn to the northwest, leaving you guys. It's now just you, the dead bodies, and the column of curling black smoke on the southern horizon. And the mountains rising up out of the forest.
I hate to say it, but considering what we know that this poison can do, we might need to burn the bodies or something.
I agree.
I mean, we can't let him turn into whatever those things are.
No, I know. We do need to.
I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm probably going to be disrespectful. Can we check for gold first?
He did say that they took all the gold, but and I don't want to do that, but you do whatever you want to do.
Equitas, I know that you grew up kind of away from other tieflings, but is that proper? Or is it okay to burn the bodies here?
Oh, I didn't hear that part, but from where I come from, burning the bodies would be probably the most proper thing to do. But
Good.
that probably
Okay,
where I
good.
came from is not where he came from, so don't take, but
I mean,
think
we
that
just
any
drop
sort of
bodies
respectful
in the
funerary
ocean,
ritual.
but we're not near the ocean right now, so that won't work.
I mean, I don't see any problem with it. And
I mean, fire played a lot of significance in the kind of thing, but I think that any the only problem I would have with it is letting people know that people would be able to see it, but it looks like, I mean, this place is already smoking, so what's the big deal?
what's a little more?
Right.
Can Gary check inside of the cart to see if there's anything interesting or important to, Zhurk inside of it before we burn everything, just to, get it out?
You open one of the shattered windows and look inside. Make a investigation check, please.
I'm so done. It's getting darker outside. We'll say she doesn't have night vision. We'll say that's the reason.
It's pitch black inside.
Elbow Equitas. Hey, do you see anything in here?
Yeah, I was gonna look at the tiefling a little closer anyway, so I'll look inside the carriage first.
All right, make an investigation roll.
Okay. A 10?
It's been picked clean. In fact, there is a chest inside that is lying broken open and empty.
I do want to look closer at the tiefling.
Okay, what do you want to... You just want to look closer at it?
Just
okay.
to look to see if he has something. I don't
Make
know.
an investigation check.
Something that, I don't know. He already told me his name. I don't even know what I'm looking for. $16.
Roll a D100 for me.
Okay. $72.
There's something sewn into the lining of his sleeve, soaked with blood as it is. Are you there?
Yeah, I heard you say, "Are you there?" But I haven't heard anything for a minute though.
Ah.
I don't
Did
know.
everybody else hear me?
You were breaking up pretty bad, but I got like 3 words out of it.
You guys gotta tell me when I'm breaking up.
Well, it sort of sounded like you had just stopped talking.
Oh. Yeah. My computer is struggling with streaming and gaming at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We have Haley on camera. I just got the camera. You find something sewn into the lining of his sleeve. Can you hear that?
I heard sewn into the lining of, and you cut out on the very last word.
Gosh, am I just breaking up constantly?
I wouldn't
Just
say.
got bad.
I wouldn't say constantly. That's not exactly the word I'd use. Maybe.
It's usually towards like the end of what you're saying.
Exactly.
All right. There is something sewn into the lining of his sleeve. Please stop me if I'm breaking up. You can't hear me. You have to rip it open across a symbol of Zhuork in order to get at it. Could you hear that?
Rip open across the symbol of Zhuork to get it. That was the
Yep.
last thing I heard.
Mhm.
Was that the last thing you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Inside, you find a blood-stained note or letter rolled up and addressed to the Lady of White Witch. At the university.
Is that one word, White Witch?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It is spelled like so.
Gotcha.
Alright, you guys are doing all this in the fading dark. It's going to be truly dark very soon. The stars are beginning to come out.
We should probably find somewhere to camp.
Yeah.
You are in the foothills of the mountains, and that column of smoke is just a couple of miles further south.
Is that column of smoke? It's in the direction we're going, correct?
Yeah, it's to the south.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Yeah, let's find a safe place to camp.
Rather than press on, you begin looking for a place to camp. As you begin looking around, you start to hear voices, distantly carried on the wind and echoing through these stony mountains that push up from the earth and break through the forest. They are chanting. And you can see firelight glowing near the bottom of the column of smoke. You find a flat, dry place to camp. And start setting up. You can smell an odd scent on the air.
You
A
cut out
foul.
after smell.
Damn it. Okay. There's an odd scent on the air. Like sulfur. You can't hear me?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. There's an odd scent on the air like sulfur and other foul chemicals from beneath the earth.
Of course there is.
Smells like home. I mean, it probably isn't too bad to me, actually, I would assume.
Can we still hear the chanting?
You can.
Is it in a common language? Is it in like a strange language?
It's much too far away to hear words. You can just hear this rhythmic sound like rocks being banged together, except it's voices.
Are we interested in pursuing the chanting, or would we rather not get involved?
Let's avoid it until it's light outside.
Yeah, I think that we should rest. We've already lost one night of sleep. We need to be at our best when we find Shadir.
I'd
So
like
you
to
make
light
camp?
the lantern that we found while we're in camp.
Ah. Its light spreads to encompass most of your camp. About 20 feet of bright light from this candle inside. And you, wherever the light touches, you sense the magic emanating from the lantern.
How far out does it... What's the range on it?
20 feet of bright light.
Okay.
The candle shines clear and bright, much brighter than you would expect it to shine.
Okay.
As your tents are bathed in the light, you feel a sense of being watched over, as if by the sentinel worked into the metal of the lantern. Are you guys lighting a fire in addition to the lantern?
I assume there's probably it's brighter than usual light. I assume that's more than enough.
Well, it won't make your food warm,
Oh,
That's
well,
true.
that's true.
or keep you warm in the night.
That's true. Oh, and it is very cold. Yeah.
It is quite cold.
Might as well light a fire.
Yes.
It's not going to make us any more visible.
Okay.
I assume the background music is Bella serenading us as we go along.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is bagpipe music.
Bella, roll a performance check.
I mean, I think it's obvious from the sound that I'm doing phenomenally.
Beautiful.
Okay. As you guys rest, I assume you set watches.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very much wanted.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
So. Nothing. Nothing. Never mind. Never mind.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Akiri volunteers for first watch. Whoever wants to join her.
I just wanted to go watch with Equitas. Equitas. I have to talk to him about something. So.
I'll watch.
I mean, if you want, I'll watch with you. I'll take first watch with you if you want to talk.
You okay with that, Akiri?
Sure, I'll take second with whoever wants.
Yeah, we'll get second watch, Akiri.
Okie doke. I'd also like to note that I tied the spider to a very nearby tree, just so, like, if someone decides to come check out our camp, there's a giant spider sitting there. So maybe it'll dissuade them.
There's a giant spider sitting where?
Close to the, just close by.
Okay.
Definitely within, like, the firelight a little bit, or, like, the firelight and the lantern light combined.
You guys bed down once again in the Wildlands. Far from civilization, outside of a comfortable bed. At least your food is warm. As you consume a ration, please everyone mark off a ration. And you keep your fingers warm in the light of the fire and the shining light of the sentinel lantern that Cordy lit for all of you. I need to know who is carrying what magic items that you recently acquired.
Equitas has the, I think you called it the Devouring Rod?
Yep.
Okay. And I think that's all that I have laid claim to.
Cordy was using the sentinel lantern. Is Bref just carrying everything else?
Probably.
Yeah, until someone claims it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. In that case, who's on first watch?
Me and Krama, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys watch as the fire burns low to embers and the candle flickers. A light precipitation is falling, and you begin to realize it is ash. Roll perception rolls, both of you.
And 15.
Sorry, mine didn't go through.
I think it did.
Yeah, you got a 15.
Yeah, it did.
I will take that.
Yeah, you will. Alright. It's a creepy night out there. But nothing seems to be moving much here in these strange mountains. Anything else you would like to do while on watch?
So, Equitas.
Yeah.
Bella said something that kind of jogged my memory, and I've been wanting to talk to you about it for a while, but I've never really found the opportunity to. But I think Bella said that you were always the first one to care. And do you remember that night whenever we both had watch back at Rebel Point?
I don't know if I remember anything specific, but I think I remember that we had a watch together.
Well, that night I was struggling just with memories of the past, and gosh, you're the first one I've told about what happened to me in a few years. And I wasn't expecting anything from you, but you promised you were kind and you said you would help. And that just threw me so off guard. I wasn't expecting anything like that. You were the first one to ever, besides Rannoch, you were the first one to ever care about what happened.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I'm sorry nobody... Had you told people before and they didn't care?
I haven't.
Or was I the
I've been
first person
trying
you
to.
told?
You're the first person I had told.
Yeah.
For the past almost 3 years now,
Yeah.
I had been trying to stay off the grid. I didn't want anyone recognizing me. I've just been entirely consumed by trying to figure out what's going on with the Netheros and how I can stop it.
Yeah. You know how
And
that goes.
I figured when I was offered to join y'all, figured it was time to rejoin society and find something, because I need way more help with this Netheros situation. And I feel almost guilty for telling anyone about it, because all of you could die. I don't know if any of us are going to be able to make it out if we confront them. They were just so powerful.
Yeah. Krim, everything that you've just said, I have said. And, I don't know if I'll be able to help. I don't know. But I'll do everything I can. Since we met you, since you've been with us, you've never backed down from anything. And you've always been there for each of us, and you're I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen with my thing. I think it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets any better, though, and I think that we're gonna need each other.
I promise to help you on your thing too.
Good. We'll have each other's back.
Yeah, but right now I'm committed to finding Shadir, because I hate seeing a family split up.
Yeah.
And I think he's alive. Okay, don't tell Akiri this, but I think the other two people are goners, but I think Shadir is alive.
I hope we find them. I agree. I think I don't know. I think there's a better than an even chance that we'll find all three of them. But
Hopefully.
But yeah, you're right. They're probably gone. I think Bella would probably not like us talking like that, though.
Yeah. They're asleep. Might as well.
That's true.
But I'm determined to help you guys, and just thank you for caring about what happened to me.
Of course. You don't have to thank me for that, but you're welcome.
Man, Legrand and history books are awful. Tieflings are not bad. And I'm gonna give you a hug.
Oh. I'm gonna hug her back.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do while you guys are watching for the next couple hours?
I don't think so. No, there is, actually. I'm gonna tell her what everything that I suspect about Cordy. Here's what I suspect about Cordy. Cordy and I were talking the other day. Oh, okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna just put the headline out there, and then we'll kind of work our way back to the thesis statement. Cordy is actually a person named Elwyn, who I believe was sacrificed to a servant of the gloom. Wait, I don't know. This part gets confusing, but she was sacrificed and sort of combined with this entity, Cordycephy. And I do not think that it was her, that she wanted to do it. I think it was, I think that she, from what I've been able to gather from what she said, I think that she was probably very, very sad and was taken advantage of and then sacrificed and became who we're traveling with now.
Okay. Cordy's not asleep right now, isn't she? She's meditating. She doesn't need to sleep, right?
True.
Fuck me running.
She is. Where are you meditating, Cordy?
I don't know, like, how close people are, but just, I mean, generally with the group, probably not, like, far from the group, but, yeah, I'm just chilling.
Okay.
Cool.
I figure
I mean,
Equitas probably wouldn't have said that if you were right next to him.
No,
so.
if she was right next to me, there's no.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Not you, Cordy.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Cordy is insensible and does not rouse from her meditations.
Okay. So,
Now, let me tell you this other thing also. Why I know about this whole... why I think that also what has taken over her is a servant of the gloom. And now I'm going to go into the whole thing. Okay. I guess I haven't said this. Okay. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. So yeah, tell me your thoughts about Cordy.
okay, so I think if these mushrooms, or this fungus, sorry, gotta get it correct, if they're a separate entity from her, then I think it's best to not upset them. I'm concerned too.
No, I agree with you. I think that there is potential for, let's say, Elwyn to get hurt in possibly. I think that we might be able to get Elwyn back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there's also a way that we could not get her back permanently.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. I think whatever we do, I mean, I agree wholeheartedly with you. I just think we need to be a little bit sneakier about this. Maybe write down our thoughts on a piece of paper and pass it around. Kind of sneaky.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I don't want the shrooms overhearing us.
No, you're right. Because, and let me tell you, I don't. She talks this big game about being neutral. I don't know, man. I don't know. Either there's not a big difference between neutral and evil, or...
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating to hear her talk, but at the same time, I don't.
She's going to kill us all.
I don't think she's gonna kill us all. I think whatever's on her is going to kill us all.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yes. And, left to her own devices, she's going to kill us all. I mean, every single one of us. On the planet is what I'm talking about.
Ooh, I did not consider that alternative. Let's... Yeah, I'd say right now the best idea I have is writing our thoughts down on a piece of paper and passing it around to every member in the group.
I have a really, 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 really good idea.
Well, then spill.
No.
Why?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna tickle him.
No, that's
spill.
Not, no, because we're not killing Cordy.
She tickles you.
Because we're not gonna kill Cordy.
I feel like that gives everybody a perception roll.
Darn. Grim does not make the best decisions.
Do I re-roll?
Yeah.
Raph is still asleep.
Bella is so tired.
I'm plotting all your murders.
I'm getting that 2 out of my system now.
As you tackle Equitas, giggling and tickling him to try and get him to spill his great idea, Mavra's eyes blink open. And you have to blink a few times because there's a bit of ash and sulfurous residue on your face. That woke you up, Mavra.
Where did we pick the camp?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Krim, it's not so much an idea, it's not a plan or anything, it's just... If she's dangerous enough... God, this is gonna sound just like me, but we should kill her, right?
I think there is hope yet. I just think it's above our pay grade right now.
No, you're right. We shouldn't. But,
Let's keep thinking. Let's tell everyone else on a sheet of paper.
Let me tell you, the only reason why I probably didn't already try it is because I think that Elowen is still there.
Yeah, me too. Because I like Cordy.
I love her.
So, it's not like I wouldn't have had a problem killing the prisoner, but I would have a problem killing Cordy. Even if she turned out to, want to detonate her atomic bomb fungus.
Yeah, well, I don't want it to get too late. But you're right, I agree. I don't want to do that.
What is going on?
Hey, Mavra.
Okay, we're gonna give you a sheet of paper. Okay. We'll tell you in the morning.
but no killing.
No, that's what we were saying,
promise.
is that we don't want to do that. That's exactly,
Promise.
that was, we were planning on not killing anyone.
Good. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. I make bad decisions sometimes.
Well, I know. Sometimes I do too. Yeah. Is the watch almost over?
It ended about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, this was a really long talk.
Yeah. Thanks, Crib. I've got your
Of
back.
course. Thanks. Same to all of you, including Elwyn.
At some point in all that, the chant died down. Who do you wake up next?
Oh, fuck.
Akiri wanted to go.
And breath.
Akiri and Bref, you are awakened next. Equitas and Krim return to slumber. Akiri, Bref, you can each roll a perception roll if you wish.
That's really good.
That's better.
All right. You guys watch carefully. There's that foul wind on the air. Whenever the wind is from the south, these horrible smells of smoke and sulfur come to your nostrils. Foul.
And Carrie shudders a bit. I don't like that smell.
Is this how it normally was around your home?
No, this is really new. It wasn't like this at all before I left.
Oh. Maybe we should try to do something to fix it after we find your brother.
I have a feeling that maybe finding him might help fix it.
Well, it's even better.
Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. Wait,
Oh. No, maybe...
That is like the
two-
perfect metaphor, isn't it?
I made Mavro leave!
2 giant spiders with 1 stone? Wait, what was it your dad killed? 2 deer with 1 stone. There we go.
Here we go.
Akiri, you know that these, the Forbidden Heights, have never been volcanic before.
We're walking into volcano fallout, aren't we?
I've never been near a volcano, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
Do you guys want to do anything else on your watch?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nah,
We do not talk about how we want to kill one of our party members.
definitely not.
Got it.
No. Not that we would know anything about that, but...
Nah, we were too sleepy.
Okay. Then who do you wake for your next watch?
Cordy, probably, because I know that's 4 hours for her sleeping, so she'd be awake by now. And...
Mavra, so she can attune to herself.
Sure. Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. Cordy and Mavra.
Cordy and Mavra, you guys are on the next watch. Now, Mavra, if you wish to attune to the green metal axe, the green dragon's bite that you were gifted, and the boots. Okay, so that'll take up 2 hours. That'll take up the whole watch, so you won't get to roll at all. If you want to do those.
Should I only do one?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Only one way to find out.
Well, I mean, would it make me more helpful for the watch if I only do one?
It'll make you more helpful for half of the watch.
What?
Cordy, are you doing something like attuning to any items to find them? Okay. In that case, roll a perception roll. 16. All seems quiet for the moment. Again, the chanting has stopped. It's very quiet. But for the sounds of the wind through the forbidden heights. Mavra, which one do you tune to first?
The axe.
You attune to the green dragon's bite, staring at the weapon in the flickering light of the campfire, and turning it over in your hands. It is crafted of the finest dwarven steel, in the shape of a roaring dragon. This axe blade has a strong greenish tint that hints of toxic power. It has 6 charges. You recharge 1 per day. You can spend 1 charge to deal poison damage, 2 charges to hold out the axe and shoot a cone of poison from it. You can spend 3 charges to strike the ground with the axe and mark any target you can see with the green bane, making them vulnerable to poison damage. You realize you can dip this weapon in the blood of a green dragon to increase its power. And when paired with the armor of the green dragon's scales, it will give you another ability. I have sent you in a Discord message the full stats of the weapon. And I believe Bref can give you the stats for the boots.
Is it a magical weapon? Like, is there any kind of pluses, or is it just a standard battle axe?
I have sent her the full information. I sent it to her ahead of time, so she could make any changes she wanted to her attacks on Roll20.
I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
And I'm not seeing... Like, is it...
If you...
it's an axe.
It doesn't have any
But is there any
pluses.
pluses?
No.
Okay, so it's just a regular battle axe. Or
Sure.
hand axe. Okay, cool.
It has a bunch of powers, so you can make an alternate attack to reflect that. Okay. Do you guys want to do anything else during the watch?
I'm content with just sitting and feeling in myself.
Okay. In that case, the candle gutters out at this point. Do you want to light another candle?
It.
Okay.
I'll relight.
Okay. I don't know if you have candles on your character sheet.
Oh, like the candle is like burned down.
Mm-hmm. But we can assume you got some candles from the Skyweavers.
Okay. Well, if there is a candle, I'll relight it. If not,
Roll a d6. Alright, you have 3 candles remaining. You light another one.
I have candles. But I'll give her some of those later.
Okay. Cordy and Mavra, that watch has come to an end as Mavra finishes studying the swallow embroidered boots of speed. Are you guys going to wake up somebody else for the next watch?
I'll remain up, and I guess Bella.
Alright.
Cordy and Bella.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Where are the bad guys?
$25.
Good Lord.
I am very wide.
Oh yes, we have to play the crit theme song for Bella. There we go. Bella and Cordy. Out beyond the light of the sentinel lantern and the embers of the fire, you sense movement. Something shifting, creeping across the boulders that rise up above you in the steep slopes of the Forbidden Heights. And you see, rising up out of the dark, some figures holding slings, whirling them round and round, and you hear faintly on the wind a whistling sound as they whirl those stones faster and faster, and they begin to glow with heat. What do you want to do?
Do they seem to be heading, toward us? Like, they look like they're coming at us?
They are literally, right above you guys, out in the dark.
Alright, I'm gonna say, we're under attack, and try to wake everybody up.
Yeah, I shout as well to try to get everyone up and right.
Okay, everyone, you are awakened by a shout from Bella and Cordy. Oh, wake up! We're getting attacked.
I'm up.
But
I'm pulling on my armor.
Before you can,
everything on.
before you can do, you're awake. But before you can move, stones, glowing red hot, come flying out of the darkness, targeted toward your lights. Cordy and Bella, I am going to need your armor classes.
12.
13.
Okay. Cordy, you're hit twice. These burning hot rocks slam into you and stick to you. You're going to take 3 bludgeoning and 5 fire from the first attack, and 1 bludgeoning and 6 fire from the second. So a total of 8 plus 7, 15 damage. And you're going to need to make 2 strength saving throws. Bella, you're only hit once. You need to make a strength saving throw as well, as you take 5 total damage, 1 bludgeoning and 4 fire. This is, of course, a should be in darkness. What do you two want to do?
Like, be in pain.
Okay, you stand there and be in pain. What do you want to do, Cordy? No, I'm just kidding. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start pulling out my longbow that's finally maybe gonna be used in darkness.
Nice.
If I can, I'd like to cast Bark Skin on myself.
Certainly you can. So Bella, you've pulled out your bow, and Cordy has cast Barkskin upon herself.
So now my armor class is 16.
Alright, change that on your character sheet, please. Alright. I'm just setting this all up real quick so that everybody has a clear idea of where everything is. Okay. Who has a tent? Bref.
I think I do.
Okay. So the two of you are in tents.
I'm almost positive. Yes, I do.
I think we have 2 tents total.
Yeah, we're pretty intense.
Cordy and Bella, you guys are awake. And not prone. Everybody but Cordy and Bella.
You're prone.
Okay. Is that everybody? I forgot breath.
Please don't forget the barbarian. We need him.
Think
He's in his
real
tent.
hard. I want you to think real hard about tigers.
Would we have gotten the healing from the rest before this battle happened?
Nope. You traveled a full day and you've slept for about 5 hours.
What about charges for things that have charges that read?
Nope. That happens at dawn.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Let's roll initiative. After I clear the initiative. Hang on a second. Okay, so click your token and then go to your character sheet and roll initiative.
Ouch. That was a terrible initiative for me.
Okay. All right. So, Bref, you were awakened by a shout. I'm sorry, what were the strength saves that you guys made?
I got 2.
Right, so you were pulled prone by the weight of the stone that suddenly increased after sticking to you. It swelled up and slammed you down to the ground.
I got an 11 and a 0.
Wow. You are also prone. So you have both been slammed down to the ground by these burning rocks. So literally everyone is prone. Bref, what do you want to do?
So I'm assuming this rocky part of the terrain is like a... are we like on a path and they're above us?
Exactly.
So
they are vertically. Actually, I should move them a little closer. Sorry about that. So you can't see in the dark,
no, I cannot.
but you can see these sort of burning creatures, somewhat vertically above you. It looks like one of those flapping things from before. So this map. As you go north on this battle map, the ground rises quite dramatically.
So could I make an athletics check and kind of, like, I imagine it's difficult terrain, so half speed.
To go directly north would be climbing.
Would what?
This area is climbing.
Yeah, that's why the athletics check.
Yes, you can try to scramble up that if you wish.
So a double move, because half my movement would be to stand up. And then 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 55, 60.
What was your athletics check?
Oh, I haven't done that yet. Let me. Yeah, that'd probably be important. Come on, dice. Hey, 22.
Okay. So yes, it'll be double movement up the rocks, and then you'll get on the path and you can move normally. So if you spend your whole turn moving, you can get there. Yes. And
All right.
Bref climbs that easily, guys. He basically leaps up it with his fingers.
What a show off.
Bref, you can see the strange magma method. You can't really see much else. It's dark. There's bright light behind you, but that's not going to help you much. There's also some other magma thing that's on the ground over here. You could probably see that glowing. But other than that, you're only vaguely aware of where these guys are. Bella.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get up.
Alright, that costs half your movement.
And I'm gonna, as I said, draw my long...
Yep, you already have that out.
And start walking up. I guess I can only get to about there with half my movement. Well, but I have a whole other movement, so one... I can get to that.
You know what? I should have called for a quick break before we... Do you guys want to take a quick break before we continue this combat? Or are we good?
Break.
You want a break?
I could. I don't have to, but I can.
Yes.
How about we finish Bella's turn, unless that was the end of Bella's turn, and then...
Yeah, I just double moved.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
it was.
yep. Good timing.
Alright. In that case, let's take a short break, just a couple minutes. I'm just gonna come right back. And going on break. Thanks, folks. See you in a minute. And we're back. Okay. Having a dramatic combat, in fact. So. Krim.
So, what's the status of the candle? Is it still lit?
Yep. You guys are in its aura. It has not seemingly triggered anything, as your enemies seem to be outside of its range.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go pick it up because I need the light to see. And I think we're all probably planning on moving.
Okay.
So, how far away is...
You pick up the lantern with the candle in it?
Yes.
Okay.
How far away is it?
Well, you're going to have to stand up,
Yes.
and that'll take half your movement. And it is here. And you are here. So it's 20 feet away.
So I can get within 5 feet of it.
Wait, why don't you let one of us on the other side of it get it? I'm not there. I can't.
You can't really have... You don't really know what she's thinking.
Exactly.
Also,
I'm sorry.
the thing is, I'm thinking, for one thing, protection, but also I don't have dark vision.
Right.
Okay, so
So
Krim,
am I right here?
Yep. You're right next to it.
And I guess,
You can pick it up.
okay.
All
So I
right.
picked it up and it's my turn.
Okay. As you pick up the lantern, you find its enchantment breaks. The magic no longer affecting the area. But you are able to hold it up and spread its light as far as it will go, which is to about there. So you can see breath now.
Okay.
And
You kind of cut out there, so the enchantment's gone?
sorry. The enchantment broke when you picked up the lantern. Seems to affect the area when it's set down.
Okay.
And the light is reaching to about where breath is.
Okay.
So you can now see breath. Equitas.
Okay. Alright. I am going to go ahead and move a little bit. I don't know. Just to... Can I get to this square? Well, crap, I gotta click the right tool. Can I stand there? Is that like dangerous ground or something if I'm standing in that square?
I'm sorry, I don't see what square you're indicating.
I just moved myself to it. Oh, here.
Oh, you can stand there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move to there. And from there, I have dark vision, so I'm assuming I can see everything up there, right?
You have dark vision 60?
I have dark vision. I don't know.
There are at the
50-60.
very limit of your sight.
Okay.
So you can see these two guys clearly.
Yeah. Then I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at the robed guy on the far left, and I am going to acidify it. Oh, it's a 9! Urgh.
A 9 misses. The Eldritch Blast flies off into the night. Anything else?
No.
Akiri. If you guys... I have a request before you go, Akiri. If you guys would just very clearly and aggressively tell me when it's the end of your turn, that would help combat move faster. So try to remember to do that. All right, go, Akiri.
You cut out. Tell you what aggressively?
I don't know what's wrong with my microphone. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we heard you. If you clearly and aggressively tell me
When it is the end of your turn.
Got it. Perfect.
That will help combat move faster. We're getting a little higher level now. And they're getting more complicated. Okay.
It's
Akiri.
usually just one word that cuts out, and it's usually right at the end. So it's usually an important word.
Oh, okay. Akiri, go.
Akira is gonna go up, okay, up, and stand up, and then move out of the tent, and try to find your spider real quick.
Okay.
Actually, no, I think we're gonna leave the spider for later, if we need her. I'll use her then. Instead, I'm just going to hop up into the air as high as I can to see if I can maybe see what's going on.
Oh, yes, I need to put Srakik on the map. Don't I?
Sorry, I wasn't pressing the button when I was talking. I was thinking you should probably be around here somewhere.
Okay. I agree. Does not seem to have scared them off.
Oh well.
She is there. You fly up into the air. You have to fly at an angle to go up. Do you want to kind of spiral upward or what?
Yeah, or I'll like use the rock, like half climb, half fly up the rocks. I don't know.
Sure.
Just moving up is basically what I'm trying to do.
Okay. That is what you do. You're using your full 50-foot move?
Yeah, let's go just that. Yeah, I'll go full
'Kay.
50 feet. Well, it would be, oh gosh, it'd be like, it would be like 30 something because I used half my movement to stand up.
Yes, you did. So it would be about
30
it would
something.
be 30, 25. Why 30? Half of 50 is 25, yes?
That's true, yeah.
Okay.
No, because like movement plus action. It'd be half my movement plus an action and move.
Oh, you're also using your action to move.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, other than the lights of your friends, you can't see much. You can't see too much. You can see the glow of some of those magma creatures. Here and here. But otherwise, you can kind of see breath dimly in the dim light of the lantern. But you can't really see anything else too clearly.
Okay. Alright, that's it.
Okay. Cordy.
Okay. Just like a quick clarification question on the map.
Yeah.
The gray areas, are they like very steep or is it like sloping?
It's kind of sloping. It's rough, like rocky ground, kind of like cliffs. I mean, there's a reason there's a switchback here.
There's a reason why there's a what?
There's a reason there's a switchback here. So it's definitely steep and very climbable. I mean, Bref basically walked up it, but he's Bref.
If I were to move closer to it, would it impact my vision? Or
You would have a harder time seeing Bref. It could impact your vision, yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand up from prone.
Okay.
And so I have 60 feet of dark vision, and I think I should be able to see the cultist from where I am. And I would like to cast Fairy Fire in that area.
Okay. That is a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, I'm about to send it in the chat.
Okay, where do you want it?
Centered on them, so a little bit over. Not on, like, the glowing creature. There's, like, a glowing creature on the one side of the guy, right? Like the bat thing? Is that, like, glowing?
Yeah. It's like a magma creature.
So a little bit over, so that if I can see all of them, I'd like to get as many as I can see in the box.
Okay. So that group?
Sure. And then that would drop my bark skin.
Concentration.
So my AC drops back.
Okay, do they get saves?
I think it's Dex save.
Okay. All right. The 3 guys. I'm going to go from left to right. Nothing's happening. Wait, there they go. Wow! I got 2 natural 20s in those 3 rolls. What's the DC?
I think it's 14, so I don't think anything happened.
Okay, in that case, the 3 of them save, and the burning, melting magma mephit
Nope.
gets a natural 1. So he is outlined in Fairy Fire.
Now I have something to hit.
You have advantage, so there's that. But that would be my...
What color is your Fairy Fire?
like pink, purpley.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that is my turn.
Okay, Mavra. Mavra, you are not wearing your armor because you were sleeping.
Since I tuned to my boots, would I have put them on?
Would you sleep in your boots?
It's up to you. My breath.
Yes.
Why doesn't that sound convincing? I don't think you. Maybe some warm socks. You could put your boots on now, if you so wish.
Does that take up an action?
I'd probably let that. Yeah, that'd probably be an action.
Okay, I put my boots on and click them.
Okay. You suddenly are filled with the same kind of power that Breath has been enjoying. And
I move, I think, right here?
you have to climb up the wall.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes. Make an athletics check.
Could
Or
I make an
acrobatics.
acrobatics check
Sure.
since I'm proficient in it?
Sure.
13.
You succeed.
Yay. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
In that case, it is their turn. As the guys reload their slings, one of them shouts out, "Be gone from our sacred mountains!" We will grind your bodies to please our masters. And they reload their slings and hurl rocks. They are going to fire. Akiri has left the light. Bref is barely in the light. They're going to fire at Bref. And of course, on this moonless night, it is quite dark everywhere but where the fires are.
So do they have advantage, or disadvantage, or is it straight rolls?
You are actually in the light from the lantern that Krim is holding up.
Is the enchantment still up, though?
What?
Is the enchantment still up, though? You said it once it's taken off the ground.
You don't really know. Okay, first of all, I said the enchantment was broken. And secondly, you don't know what the enchantment does.
Wow. You broke up there, and just like Equita said, the last two words.
You don't know what the enchantment does, and it's broken anyhow.
Okay, thank you.
They do not have disadvantage.
Okay,
That...
so 3 of those will hit.
Yes. So you are going to take 1 bludgeoning and 6 fire from the first hit, 1 bludgeoning and 5 fire from the second, 3 bludgeoning and 4 fire from the third hit, and I'm going to need you to make 3 strength saving throws as the stones stick to you and suddenly swell in size. Well, you are not dragged down to the ground. But you still take some nasty damage. Bref is hurting, guys. He is smoking from these hits. And then, a weird creature none of you have seen before runs forward. It's like a little man, kind of. Made of magma. Glowing in places. He's got this big round head. And as he runs forward, his footprints smoke on the rock as he scrambles down over it quite nimbly. As he comes, he says, "Yeah, and he is just going to run up to you, Bref. And he's this little guy, big round head, made of magma, and just burning all over. And as he runs up next to you, he goes, and poof, he just lights on fire as a bonus action. So he is shedding light now. But I'm going to ask you to make a dexterity saving throw.
20!
You dodge out of the way, and none of the sparks that burst from his magma body hit you. And the guys up on that are just shot you with slings say, "The Magman will get that one." Okay. And finally, the brightly glowing, flapping, winged thing that is now turned bright pinkish purple, the magma mephit, comes to finish you off. And it swoops in, claws outstretched. Each tip glowing with its burning nature. That is a 20 to hit, so that is going to be 5 slashing and 2 fire.
You still up?
Okay.
I promise.
Breath.
Terrible.
You're burning. You've been slashed. You've been slammed. You've been almost dragged to the ground. What do you want to do?
Well, first of all, I would like to rage.
You're angry! Your veins pop out. Your muscles. You can pick out each muscle in the firelight of the Magman.
And so, as Cordy pointed out, the fairy fire is no longer in effect.
Oh, really?
And
Get effect, not
Okay.
like on the creature.
Okay. Do you want to drop the fairy fire then, since it's not doing anything?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
is the not like the magma guy? I can see him. Is there anything in the imp that makes him visible?
He is visible in the... It's not an imp, it's a magma mephit, but he is visible in the light coming from the magman.
I'm going to attack the mephit recklessly twice.
Okay. The mephit.
Oh, I'll take that. So that'll be a. Oh, I don't think that. It does add my rage damage. Never mind. Yeah, so that'll be a total of 31 bludgeoning damage.
Whoosh.
31 bludgeoning damage in one turn. At level 5.
Nice.
That
So-
will be all I do.
Boom! You knock it to one side and bounce it off the rock wall in front of you. Bam! You knock it back to the other side. And the thing is obliterated. It was swelling with its huge goiter, and then it explodes in a burst of magma. You saw this before in the last fight.
That was really cool. I want to do that again. Do you guys have another one?
As you say that, the magma comes raining down on you from the exploded mephit. Go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw.
I swear, if this not takes you out, oh, you're fine.
22.
Okay. So for this one, you take half damage. That was just... Let's see here. There we go. What did we get?
There was a 3 and a 2.
Okay, so you're going to take half of 5, which is 2.
That's 2, right?
Which I said, but maybe you couldn't hear me.
No, you cut
No,
it.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why it's doing this.
2?
Yes, you take 2 fire damage.
I'm coming, I promise.
Wow, that was... Bref is smoking. But the magma method is literally toasty. It is toast.
Yes,
Bella, your turn.
Okay. I am going to move up here.
Okay, you've seen Mavra and Bref climb that pretty easily.
Yeah, they're better at that than me.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand over there. Now, do I... Well, here's the question. Do I have line of sight to them from here?
I'm going to say yes. Certainly to this guy you can see.
Alright, I am going to shoot him. Now, I think that my penumbral longbow is going to do its thing now.
Yes.
So I'm going to shoot it with that bonus.
All right. You are in darkness.
That's a 14.
The penumbral longbow launches the arrow. You strike home.
12 damage. What?
The guy collapses, and his body goes bouncing down the rocks.
Nice.
One shot hit and kill.
That was max damage. That's nice. That's hot.
Let everybody look out for him to turn into a zombie, though. I don't trust him. I've never one hit killed anything, you guys. I'm a bard.
The other 3 look over and say, "Our brother falls. We will see his
Literally.
spirit in the land below." The Hollow One has promised us. Krim, your turn.
Okay, so where's the magma boy that attacked Breath?
You can't actually see him because the rock is blocking your line of sight.
Okay, what can I see the cultists then?
Yeah, you can see them.
Okay, then I'm going to Scorching Ray.
Well, actually, wait, let me correct myself. There's not enough light hitting them, so they are in darkness.
Okay, then I guess I'll double dash, trying to make my way up there. I mean, can I try and climb?
Only one way to find out.
Athletics?
Yep. Or acrobatics. That will succeed.
Sweet.
So it will cost you double movement up the rocks.
Okay, so that's my turn?
Or
is that just double?
Let's see. You have 20 feet to go, so you would have some movement left once you get up there.
Okay. So if I use
You are now
movement,
standing next to this guy. A burning, short little man, shorter than Mavra. With a big round head And he's all covered in fire.
It's an evil Charlie Brown.
So, if I use double movement, I don't have an action left, right?
You do not. You have a bonus action.
I don't think I can do anything with that.
Okay, Equitas.
Okay. This is probably going to be pretty simple. I am going to not move much. I'm just going to move right up here just to get a little closer, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast that same guy in the face. I believe that he is right within
With you right next to the rock there.
Mm-hmm. Is that going to be a little too...
Yeah, you're not going to have line of sight to him.
What if I had moved there instead?
Oh, that works for me.
Okay. Then I will shoot without the acid. 15.
That is a hit.
Nice. 12 points of damage. Force damage.
Okay. You just knocked him out in one hit.
Nice.
That was an Eldritch Blast, was it not?
That's right. And that's the end of my turn.
You hear a voice as his body falls, crashing over the rocks.
Yes, my son.
You sense that guy's soul being sent somewhere by your magic.
Copy that.
Ankh-Iri, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go land next to Braff, if I can.
Yeah, easily.
And I'm gonna cast a level 2 Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, you reach down and touch Breath where he stands with 1 HP, burning holes and rocks stuck to him.
That's a really, really terrible one. I'm so sorry. It's 18. I rolled so many ones.
The guys up on the rock say, she uses healing magic. The lieutenant says, take those down first.
Please don't!
And the other one says, wait, she has feathers. Curled ones. She is of the frilled. The other one, eyes widen, and they look at each other. If that's the end of your turn, then it's Cordy's turn.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, I'd like to wild shape into a giant wolf spider.
We have another Shocky.
Oh no. This is...
Wait, which one?
And zip right up this wall.
I should have grabbed the spider, you're right. Dang it.
Is it large? What size is it?
It's medium. So the same size as me, which is horrific.
You're traveling with, like, a giant tarantula. This is normal now.
I understand this. It's still weird. But I would like to just zip up to right near where Breath is, and then end my turn there, menacing.
Alright, you have control of that spider.
What's up, guys? I'm just here. Guys, take my little... Oh, actually, is there a person next to Breath?
Yeah.
There is.
Tiny magma baby.
Alright, so I don't think I can do anything else on my turn, but that's cool that I'm in melee range or something. Alright, that's my turn.
Please don't call
Okay.
it that, Brad.
Some object flares with power as you get close to Bref's pack.
Inside or close to?
Inside his pack.
Yeah.
Cordy's turn is over, so Mavra.
I'm gonna climb up this hill here.
Can get right in front of me.
Alright, make an athletics or acrobatics check. With your swift boots hurling you up the rock.
Hey.
The guy's like, ah! A fast dwarf!
Fast dwarf, fast.
Okay, I'm gonna try the poison cone from my axe. Not sure if I got it in right, but we'll see how it goes.
Hey! Nice. Okay. So he is going to make a save. Now, since it's the first time you're doing this, we're gonna go all out and do it with the special effects and everything. All right. Okay, I need to make a save. Oh, I guess both of them are hit.
Yes, it should be both of them.
Oh dear. They are both gonna go down. And, whoops, as they do so, they say, we have to, warn them, but then they both fall unconscious as the poison gas enters their lungs. And that cost 2 charges, didn't it? They both collapse. Okay, that leaves only one creature left alive. It seems real unhappy about its situation.
We don't need this guy to run away.
It is going to try and turn and babble something in Ignan.
Is that primordial?
No. You speak primordial?
I do.
Okay. I'll try to keep that in mind. It is going to disengage and scramble up the path along the base of the rocks to there.
Did it disengage?
And with every step, it disengaged, yes. With every step, it leaves a burning footprint. Ref.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Oh, cool. I'm going to chase after it and try and kill it. Come back here, little guy.
All right.
10, 5, 10, 20.
He is. Wait, hang on. He did one more thing. When he got up there, he kind of blew on himself, and his flames were extinguished. So he is no longer shedding light. So he is now in darkness.
Can you still see him in the light from the candle I'm holding?
Oh yeah, you're there now. That's right. Well, he just went around the corner.
Darn.
So he is in shadow. You kind of still know where he is, but you don't have a clear view of him, Bref.
So, can I attack recklessly and get a straight roll?
Yep.
I'm going to do that twice. There'll be a 13 and a 23.
23 hits.
Alright, so that'll be 11 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god. Well, it says +4. Oh, that's if you got a crit.
Yeah, it's kind of good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wham! You smush in half of its magma body. And it just jabbers at you in that weird language that's full of hisses and crackling sounds. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say 11 damage?
Yes, 11.
He dies and explodes. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
There's that low roll.
Oh no.
You fail and take the full fire damage. Of 10. And with that, you guys are out of combat.
Kiri's gonna go hustle up next to. Actually, no. No. Never mind. Ignore what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Which kind of saving throw? That was the only word that was lost.
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay.
I think it's you guys.
It blips out for me sometimes, but not all the time. But it definitely blips out sometimes.
Is this for exhaustion?
It is.
So would it not affect me if I fully rested?
That is true.
Cool.
You do not have to make a save.
Stupid
Okay.
exhaustion.
Mavra and Equitus, you take 1 level of exhaustion. You are weary.
Yeah.
Kiri's
Okay.
gonna. Oh, I was gonna say Kiri's gonna grab or try to like gather everyone down to the back down to the camp real quick.
You do so.
I would
Oh.
revert out of a spider at some point.
And
Then
then Akiri is going to cast a spell she hasn't been able to use yet. Prayer of Healing. So everyone who needs it. If you're within 30 feet of her, which is why she gathered everyone, you get 15 points of health back. And I can do that for up to 6 people.
I do not need it.
Cool.
At
I
all.
think it's just Cordy, Bella, and Breath.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, pulls me back up to full.
There's a smell of sulfur and ash on the air.
Okay, so I think we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah, they didn't seem to like us here at all.
Well, in fairness, I didn't like them here, so it kind of evened out.
They mentioned, okay. Yeah, they mentioned something about the hollow one. Just like the guy at the place, other thing. The carriage.
Does that ring any bells to Akiri?
Make an intelligence check. Or check your notes.
According to my notes, no.
Well then.
So I'll do an intelligence check.
I have obviously searched for this before.
12.
It sounds unnervingly familiar.
Sorry, I got the and then you cut out.
It sounds unnervingly familiar, but you can't quite place it.
You know, that hollow guy sounds really familiar, but like, I don't know where I've heard him.
Well, he mentioned he was a servant of the Tao, lieutenant of the Hollow One, Thraxos. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a sense of what we might be walking into.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, that's gonna bug me now. I don't know where I've heard it before. I'll probably remember it sometime. It'll be like one of those really awkward times when I just yell it out, like we're doing something completely different, and then suddenly, oh, I knew who that is.
Alright, shall we continue on up? I mean, I'm tired.
Continue sleeping?
I am
Yeah,
beat.
I think that everyone should continue sleeping. I really don't want to have another several days where we're all exhausted.
If we're about to roll up on something, I don't want to be exhausted when I do it. At all. So yeah.
I don't think they'll attack us again tonight. I mean, they might, but it seems to me like we have at least a few hours before they even figure out that these guys didn't succeed.
I think you're right.
I'm always right when we discuss this.
You're right. I mean...
Yeah.
Everybody listen to Bella.
So you guys are going to start another long rest?
Yes.
I mean, do we have to start it over?
Pretty much. You have to, you can't really be completely interrupted by combat and just finish the long rest.
A nap, like a short rest?
I'll let you do 6 hours instead of 8.
What did you say?
I'll let you do 6 hours instead of 8.
That works. Alright.
That's better than nothing.
I mean, yeah. Definitely, I guess we're gonna want to set watches.
I'll stay up and take the first one.
Thank you.
And I can help. I'm not I'm not that tired. I'm sure I will be after 6 hours.
So you guys go back to your campsite, leaving the bodies of the slain
Actually,
lying on the path.
I have an idea. Can I grab my spider and use her as cleanup? Because I know she's hungry.
You lead Srakik up there, and she begins sucking out their guts. She is not going to be able to eat 2 elemental magma creatures that have exploded and
That's
4 adult bodies.
But, like, just...
By the way, there were 2 humans and 2 dwarves.
Two humans and what?
2 dwarves are dressed in those brown robes.
I'm almost positive you said dwarves, right?
Dwarfs, short people with hair.
That's not all there is to us.
Not that there's much to you at all, you're pretty short.
Oh!
No.
Whew!
Akiri is racist.
There's
Okay.
not enough exploding magma creatures. You had to lay down your own burn.
Come on, it was sitting there. I couldn't just leave it be.
Yeah, you could.
All right.
Where's the fun in that?
So Srakik eats a couple people and then wants to go to sleep.
Accurate.
Leaving the rest of the bodies lying there, you all return to the same camp. And who's on first watch?
I think it's me and Cordy again.
Akiri's gonna say, hey, if you need to wake me up for a watch, I can.
All right. Then the two of you
Series so much.
make perception rolls, please.
9.
17.
Okay. You hear that chanting start up again toward the end of your watch. Other than that, smoke, sulfur, and ash. Who's on next watch?
I can.
I'll wake up a cute.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Ooh, did something.
It begins to get close to dawn. This wintry mountainside. Go ahead and the 2 people on watch make a new perception roll.
$18 for me.
10.
Okay. You guys watch. The sun starts to get light in the eastern sky. The stars begin to disappear, but there's still this thick cloud hanging over the Forbidden Heights up above. This thick, dark cloud of smoke that has formed over the mountains.
I don't like that.
Who's on next watch?
I'll go.
Okay.
I can go too.
Okay. The candle burns out in the lantern. Do you want to use another candle?
I'll go ahead and relight.
You guys occasionally hear noises coming from the south, which I just realized is north on this map, but don't worry about it. You watch carefully, sleepily. You don't see anything. There's this greasy layer of ash on everything, covering the tents, the clothes, your skin, your hair. And this foul smell is... Every time the wind comes from the south, you can smell it. All right. Toward the end of your watch, who lit the candle and put it in the lantern?
I lit the candle.
Okay. Toward the end of your watch, the candle suddenly flickers, which it hasn't done before, protected as it is behind kind of this paper-walled lantern. And you get this mental something or someone has just entered the edge of the circle of light cast by the lantern.
Is this normal?
Do you think we need to wake everyone up again?
Some outside entity has just entered the circle of light.
What do you think we should do, bruh?
I mean, the circle's relatively small, right? Do we see anything walking in?
Make a new perception roll.
And a 4.
Yeah. Krim, you're only aware of, like, some movement and the mental ping. But, Bref, as you, like, whirl around holding your weapon, you see an eyeball sticking right out of the rock above you, right here.
Ah! And I hit it with my hammer.
It is out of reach. And as you look at it, it kind of retracts.
There's an eye in the rock.
The mental ping, after the eyeball retracts and moves out of the light, the mental ping stops.
Guys, there was an eyeball in the rock.
We're never getting any sleep.
You are getting close to the end of your new long rest.
Should we tell people, Breath?
It didn't attack us. And we do need the rest.
Let's try and finish it. Okay, we're gonna try and finish it.
Okay. Keeping an eye on the hole that the retracting eyeball left in the rock, you keep watch. Who is that got the final long rest? The final watch? I mean, who's next?
That should be the last, because it's a 6 hour.
Yes. I'm sorry, that's right. Okay. In that case, yes, dawn has occurred. Dawn, the sun rises. It's early in the morning. And you guys have healed. You've regained your spell slots, your powers, and 1 charge in all of your items.
About exhaustion.
And your exhaustion has lifted.
Nice.
If you were sleeping in a tent. Or by the fire.
Hey guys, there was an eye in the rock.
What?
A what?
A what?
See that rock over there? An eye came out of it, and the lantern flickered, and it stared at us and then ran away.
We really need to stop finding disembodied body parts. This is getting ridiculous.
It wouldn't be so bad if they would just stop moving on their own.
Yes.
Can I make a spellcraft check? Or,
Sure.
what is the thing it's called? now?
Arcana.
Arcana.
Arcana, just pure Arcana.
Yep.
Oh, for the love of God. Alright, never mind. I don't know what this is.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't... Did it... But all it did was look at you and then disappear?
Yeah.
There was a little bit of mental pain. I'm not really for sure.
Ping. P-I-N-G.
Oh, okay. Mental ping, sorry.
Oh.
From the lantern.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't seem great in any case. I think we should pack up and move as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, let's head to the temple. Or is it a temple? The dungeon? Where are we going?
Cave?
I don't think we really know.
Let's head to the place where we're going.
Yeah, let's do that. Onward and upward.
You climb, you pack up your things, and you climb further up into the mountains. The Forbidden Heights. As you get further, the smoke gets thicker. And it's almost like night. It's almost like a night. There's occasional lightning flashes up in the sky as the clouds of smoke mix with other clouds, and the sun cannot penetrate. It's a few miles of difficult climbing. Are you heading straight for where the cloud of smoke emerges from these rocky mountains?
I guess that's where we would need to go.
I mean, maybe we should... Well, yeah, for now I think that that's our best bet. Once we get closer, maybe we can come up with a less direct route.
Yeah.
You begin to hear that chanting echoing through the mountains again. And as you make your way along the path, are you guys just hiking your normal way?
Yeah.
Is Srakik and are you guys doing anything different, unusual? Is Srakik out in front?
Yep, spider out front.
Okay.
Probably like ignoring rough terrain, just like climbing stuff.
Okay.
I'm riding an all-terrain vehicle. It's pretty good.
Make a perception roll, Akiri.
Everybody?
Akiri.
Okay.
21. Finally, a decent perception.
You see that as you begin to crest this shoulder of the mountain, you see there's a kind of depression among the Forbidden Heights here, almost like a caldera, and the column of smoke emerges from within it. There's the little bits of greenery that survive on these rocky mountains. All around you are blasted and dying. And you see, flapping through the column of smoke, are these magma mephits. Little flapping creatures fluttering about. Would you like to continue?
I'm gonna go back down to the group and tell them what I see.
Okay.
Hey guys, so there's like this, basically a big bowl, kind of, in the mountains. And, there's like this big column of smoke. It's where the column of smoke is. And there's magma mephits, like, flying through it. Like the little flappy, terrible fire things that we fought a couple times. Those guys. Up ahead. So yeah, if...
Okay.
Alrighty then.
It looks like that's where it starts. Okay. How far away is that from where we are?
Half a mile.
Half a mile. Okay.
You guys wish to continue climbing up and into the caldera, or do something else? Do you want to continue on this mountain path you found?
I mean, I guess so.
Maybe we should scout around for an alternate route up, but
Yeah.
I know that's not normally how mountains really work, but I think it would be worth the extra time.
I mean, somebody made this switchback trail here, so there may be some other sort of trail that we're not seeing some other way.
Even if it's a little bit difficult, it might be worth it. I mean, I'm sure that we have more
There
guards?
are several
Yeah.
ways. There are several pathways up. I just want to wrap this up so we can call the session done. So you guys can easily circle around through the mountains and come at this from a different angle. And
I
when
think
you
that
do
that's what
so,
we should do.
Yeah.
when you do so, when you finally cross the lip and into the enormous crater, or you see it is dark like night, and there are people chanting, singing, and a lava flow seems to be bubbling up from the earth. There are signs around you of rocks that have been shaped, man-made, signs of ruins. But you can see down, you guys are looking down at this scene. You can see much of that has been destroyed, or melted, or remade. It almost looks like so many creatures have burrowed in and out of this area. It started heating up the rocks, and they began to melt. And as you guys look upon this sight, smoke billowing up from the burned trees and the very earth itself, the horrific volcanic smells washing over you, we are going to call the end of tonight's session.
Whoosh.
Well played,
That was a
guys.
session.
I think it's not going to be a problem at all. I think it's going to be peasy.
Sure.
I am just really glad we long rested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna have to fight an entire volcano, you guys. I don't really see what...
We can try
Good.
reading with it.
We've got a giant spider. We'll be fine.
Yes, you can see here that the entrance to the temple has been obliterated by so many burrows being dug in and out. So there you have it. Until next time. Think on that, I guess.
Red Hot Burning Loves plays in the background.
I gotta go to school tomorrow.
Yep,
So-
yep. We all gotta go to
Yeah.
bed. But
Dude, this was awesome. This was so much
Yeah,
fun.
it was good.
It was a lot of fun.
awesome. That's good. That's what I had fun too.
I almost died.
You
But
almost
you did.
died.
True, you were close to him. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was close to unconsciousness. I'm sure you guys
would've-
would let. Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
you
all
would have
good.
been down for long.
Well, I'm going to leave you guys to consider your options. So, I am going to say good night. Thank you to everybody who came in the chat. Villas Farthuk, our wonderful guest star of last week, has been hanging out, so thank you. The man with no screen name, You're awesome as always. Lion Nation, thank you for the subscription, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you to everybody who watches this, now or later. Thank you to Jeremy, player of Breath the Barbarian. Thank you to Emmy, player of Akiri, the Aarakocra Cleric. Thank you to Paul, player of Equitas, the Tiefling Warlock. Thank you to Alexis, player of Cordy Sephi, the Elf, the full Elf Druid, and Mushroom. Thank you to Haley, player of Krim, the Golden Scaled Dragonborn Sorcerer. Thank you to Danielle, player of the Dwarven Fighter Mavra. Thank you to Bella, the half-elf bard. Thank you to Kirsten, I should have said. Thank you to Kate. That is all from us tonight. So, we will see you in a week. Everybody have a good one. Make sure to have a great week. And maybe I will be streaming some points this week, some prep for the next session, although you guys are the ones who have some thinking to do at this point. So, on that note, we will say good night. Thank you very much.
Night, guys.